Hey, Tad. Hopefully you can hear me. Move this up just a hair. No, this way, I guess. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Hey, Pete. Happy Friday. This is going to be very impromptu tonight, boys. I got all my stuff from George today. Just thought maybe I'd share a little bit with everybody. Do a little comparison here. Yeah, we're gonna. Hey, Tony. Good evening. Thanks for coming in, man. Yep. I don't know if we'll have Harry and George with us tonight. George's working, and Harry's got company coming in. So, but I just wanted to share some of this stuff. Wish I had some better light. Sorry, guys. But we got some cool stuff here. George, George and I have been, and Harry have been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and getting this thing going. And George has been just burning the midnight oil, quite literally, getting this stuff done. He's some killer driver figures. 132, 125th. These things are super detailed, man. Just really super detailed. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's very good. Yes, Tad, drivers. And trade drivers as well. He didn't send me any 125th trade drivers. Not that I care. He sent me 500 of these goddamn things. We got tons of drivers. Yeah, even 132 scale trade drivers. And there's two different type. Let's see here. You got the more modern guy with the microphone. Man, I wish my ugly fingernails are in there. He's got a microphone, more his helmet, and then you got a vintage guy. Yeah. Hey, Eric. How's it going, man? Here, I'll show the 125th scale guy. He's more vintage. Trying to get this thing to focus. Vintage driver. There we go. Yeah, some good stuff. How's it going, Eric? Am I probably interrupting your dinner tonight? Oh, and Tad. Yes, it is, Eric. It is fucking Friday. We're also experimenting with some engines too. We got a small block Chevy, tunnel ram, 2.4s. Even got headers. This is just something that we found. It's actually a little small. We need to scale it up a little bit. Yeah, they'll definitely do. Tell you what, with the material that George is using, we tried like 3 or 4 different materials now, and I think we settled on the one that we really like. There's George right now texting me. Hang on, guys. sending me more pictures. Yeah, George sending me more stuff. He's still working, man. Like I said, I just wanted to do this to show give you guys my impressions of what we've done so far. I say we. I've done very little other than help George with the calculations, and to be quite honest with you, my calculations have been really bad. This was the one I was the most excited about. It's a 37 Ford sedan, slant back. This car is not available in 132 scale. So, like I say, we scaled this file by using the dimensions from online, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the car it's too big. And not only is it too big, it's also too tall. It's just not good. I mean, I'm going to chop it up and make a modified out, but I'm not going to waste any of these. But yeah, we got to do a little recalculation. We have the same problem with the Merc. You know, it's a 49 Mercury. But again, the problem is it's too tall this way, and it's too narrow this way. So length is good, rest of it's off completely. But like I said, we've learned now. George has printed a bunch more. Yeah, me too, Tad. I'm very pumped about this stuff, especially now that I have it in my hand. Like I said, the proportions are wrong, but then you have this. Now this one we worked on, and George worked on hard. This car is dead right. 55 150. It's a post car. You know, it's not like all the other cars are all hard tops. This is a post car, which is what most of the race cars were. So this car is dead nuts. We don't really need to chop the roof on it, Pete. There's one already with the roof already chopped. But yes, we could. Hey Gary, thanks for popping in. We could do that. We're learning to do that now with that Blender program. So, but this, the 55 Chevy, this car is awesome. And I'm trying to, man, it's too tight of an area here. Trying to see if you guys can see how smooth these things are. Hey Clearwater, what's up, Greg? Yeah, I don't know if you can see how smooth that is. There you go in the light. There's a couple little dimples right here. But yeah, you can see how smooth this car is. Man, let me warn the boys that I'm on here. Somehow they don't know. Hey Joe, how's it going? Yes, they do, don't they? They do. They look really, really, really good. You know, again, I can't wait. We're going to scale these down. Where do you see George has scaled them. See, what else did he do right now? He's got the Dodge Dart and the Dodge Demon. He's got those nailed. He's reprinting those now. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff. Hey, Mr. Tucci. 132. Well, they can be whatever size you want, John. But that is what comes with the kit. Yes.
Dad, text message.
Oh, yep. Joey, the Grand National. He's got that one dialed in too. He sent me pictures today. He's got that one set up as well. Yeah, so today I just I wanted to. There's been this misnomer. There's been a lot of talk on on the board and on Facebook about this, what George is doing right now. And you know, the three of us have been collaborating. George has been doing the brunt of the work here, but we all know what we want. You know, we want these things got to be sturdy. They've got to they, they're not light, but they're not heavy either. There was some question today about the weight of the car. Um, oh no, you're fine, John. Yeah, that you're totally cool. That will work. But we, like I said, we want these things to be sturdy. They're slot cars, and you know you've seen the videos of us racing at Home Racing World. We don't pussyfoot around. These things take a beating, and so George has spent a lot of time figuring out in Blender how to thicken these bodies up. We've actually made them more durable than what the files start out as, and so um, this is a comparison. This is just a regular resin body. This is one of Harry's Ford Galaxies, and these they're not light. They're let's see here. I got my scale here just so we can see, but all right, so there you go, zero. Harry's car weighs almost 34 grams, and that's about average for a resin body. We've been weighing and measuring resin bodies all afternoon. So he's looking at 34 grams. So let's look at the 55 Chevy, zero. Yeah, it weighs 40 grams. So, you know, a few grams. But the sturdiness. Now, let me tell you right now, resin bodies, they're brittle. And I don't want to break this one because I'm actually going to build a car with it. But if I hit this thing on a table right now, it's going to break. It's going to break. Look at this. I am not fucking around. It's not nothing broke. Nothing. It's these things are durable. I'm telling you right now, totally durable. What happened to there we go. What happened to my focus here? Here it is. Why did camera go out of focus? Come on, camera. There we go. So yeah, like I said, you can these cars are going to take a serious beating at Harry's. They just are. And you know, I don't see a problem there. But if I did that with this one, forget it. It would break. If you did that with a regular slot car, it would break. So we want them to be durable. You know, I took this one. I literally threw it across the kitchen today. You know, it hit the tile floor and banged into the door. It's not hurting anything. So yeah, you know, like I said, I think George is really knocking these out of the park. And I know there's a lot of excitement, and there's been some naysayers. There's been some negativity about it, which I don't understand myself, but honestly don't care. If nobody else wants to build them except me and Harry and George, then we'll be quite happy. But I don't think that's the case. There's George. Hey, brother. You just missed my stress test of banging a 55 Chevy all over the place. But yeah, you know, I mean, these are, I know, and I'm not talking disparagingly here at all. Danny Wiley printed a car for me 6 or 8 months ago because I wanted to make a mold, and he actually sent me 2 because the material was so brittle. I dropped it like that on the table and it shattered. And it's nothing against him or or his work. It was just the material, and so that's why we haven't used resin or printed slot car bodies. That's why we just haven't done it. Hey Joe, thanks for popping in. But yeah, oh there's boss. Hey boss. So yeah, they're quite durable, which is what we want. You know, we're gonna make race cars out of them. I have some other testing I want to do. I'm gonna grind on it, and I mean, since these cars, since the scale is wrong, I'm gonna cut these up just for testing. They're gonna be guinea pigs. Hey Chris, how you doing, brother? I'm gonna grind on them and stuff to see what how they handle that. Now I know George has already done it, and he's agreeable. He says, yeah, they're pretty easy to modify, like we do with these. You know, you open up the wheel wells and such. We're gonna try that with this here. I'm gonna turn it. I mean, I could make this thing look like, yeah, I'll use it for something. But what do you guys think? I mean, I'm impressed. This is a game changer as far as I'm concerned. You can see inside the prints, you know, they're all different, but quite a few of them have all of this reinforcement in them. I suppose if you really wanted to lighten your car, you could get in there and grind those off. I think that would lighten it a little, but really, I don't really care about lightening them. Oh, yeah, there you go, George. Wow, 19.4. Holy mackerel. So it is light. You know, George just sent me a picture of one that he's done. It's 19 grams. That's you know, that's lighter than a factory stock car body on a lot of things. Gotta have my big gulp. George sent me this one. I don't know. You should have built this one, George. Yep, that's what I told him, George, that you've got those two set up, that they're ready to rock. That's good. I'm going to build a car with this one that George painted. George didn't send me a Hudson body. I got to get one from you, George, so I can build one. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with this stuff, George. And I think everybody will be. Like I said, these figures, these things are just the shit right here. They're gonna look so good all painted up. They're smooth as glass. Yep. I gotta send. I'm gonna buy some resin too, George, and send it out your way. But Greg, we don't need a 125 Dart. You can get a 125th model kit of the Dart. There's no reason to do that. Yeah, see, the whole point of this is to print things that we don't have, and you know, so if you can buy a Dodge Dart, so there's no reason to waste resin on it. Oh yeah, Eric, the filament is shit. Oh, I wonder if I've got a body in there that was cast from a filament print, and it's unusable. I don't even know how you would even begin. You'd spend so much time getting all the lines sanded out of it and all that stuff. It's not even worth it. Not even remotely worth it. Yeah, that's what I was telling him, George. Like I say, it's hard to see in here. I'm trying to get the light to reflect off of that sucker, but they're smooth. They are smooth. Now you can hear there's microscopic lines, and I'm talking microscopic. They're not even. You can't even call them lines, really. Uh, they're not really lines. One swipe with, well, hell, my hands are rough. Just that will get them smooth. One coat of primer and paint these things. That's really all they're gonna need. Oh yeah, Joe. Yeah, the we put float in on our hot rod stuff, and yeah, they're a lot taller as far as the body is, so they're a little more top heavy, but you can still get them to float. And yeah, they're not driven the same. In fact, no cars are really driven the same, but yeah, it doesn't really affect it too much. Right, Eric. Yep. The any time you do those stacked licorice prints, they're gonna be a pain in the ass. Let me go. Let me look here. Hold on with me, guys. I didn't abandon you. I'll be right there. Where is that sucker? Well, I don't have it. Well, I must have put it away because it was a disappointment. But yeah, it's a casting of a 3D print made with filament, and it's like I said, it's trash. It's no good. Okay, Tad. We'll see you later, man. Yeah, George's right, Joe. It's just a matter of wood track is wood track is different than driving on plastic anyway. So, but yeah. So, what do you guys think? Got any questions that I can answer? And George is here, can answer too if he needs to. Yeah, highly recommend it, Eric. I highly recommend it. I mean, I've never had a 3D printer. I've been around them. I've had known people with them. Well, hell, George and Harry both have them. But they're even on the best settings you can get. They're still like stacked fishing string. They're not really any use to me. Now, years ago, when this technology was first getting going, I had a friend that worked at a local, not it's not local, out in Los Angeles. Works at the USC Medical Center there, and he does photo 3D printing stuff for like bone structures and stuff for study. And they have a scanner. I sent him. We wanted a 41 Plymouth, so I sent him a 1/25th scale 41 Plymouth, and he scanned it, and then scaled it down to 132, and he sent it to me. I made a mold of it, but it took me a month to prime and sand to get rid of that fishing line look, and even then it wasn't all the way gone. So it's just, to me, it's just not worth the effort. That's a good question, Tony. Windows. I've seen some of the files have window, but I'm sure that requires a totally different resin. So I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just make my windows out of, sheet plastic like I always do. What things, Eric? I mean, I guess for buildings and stuff, maybe. That'd be up. The filament printer would be okay for that. Not for car bodies, though. I've even seen like figures painted with, or printed with the filament printer that I didn't like. That's a good question, Pete. Yeah, good question on the scanning. I imagine that technology will come just like the rest of this has. And when that comes, forget it. Then we can have, you can have anything. You can have anything you want then. But I can only imagine how expensive that will be. I would say that a lot of these cars that are in there, these files, they're too good. They got to be scans of real cars and then manipulated. They just have to be. I don't know how else you would do it. Yeah, right, Harry. They got to have a clear resin for the windows. Yep, I've seen that too, Eric. Yeah, they do have scanners. They're expensive and they're not quite up to 100%. It's just like this stuff, you know. I've resisted doing this because of the technology wasn't there yet. Yeah, people were making stuff and it was cool, but they weren't really what we needed. So we've been waiting and waiting, and it just seemed like now's the time. It seems like the technology has finally caught up. Yes, Pete, that's what I think too. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I am. I'm gonna go broke ordering parts from Slot Car Corner to build all these cars, but I don't care. We have got so much stuff now. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, and the prints are good. Okay, this one's wonky, but look, I mean, the hood, you know, the hood ornament is there. It says Mercury across the front. I know, God damn it, it's not. It's fine detail. The the grill, just like a real Merc, it's little slats and it's very fine detail. I mean, on the back, it's got the bumper overrider and the tail lights. There's a lot of detail here. Are you talking about the regular um, filament style print, Joel? But yeah, you could. I mean, that's the only way you can do. Sand as much of it off as you can. I did, George. Here's the Hudson, Joe, and it's smooth, no lines, like just like painting a model. It's very smooth. And George, what is this? One coat of primer and then painted it? Is that all it is? It came out great. Yeah, no, Joe, you don't want to, on a filament print, you don't want to spend that kind of time. I mean, George literally took this out of the printer, you know, cleaned it how you're supposed to, primed it, and painted it, and it looks like that. You know, you can't do that with a filament print. No way in hell. No way in hell. Here, now my wife's texting me. Let's see what she wants. Yeah, that's thanks, Gary. That's all George. George painted that one. He sent it for me to check out. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'm excited to do that. I'm gonna, since this is the good one, the 55. I'm gonna do something really cool with this. I'm gonna put a killer paint job on it. Yeah, I can't wait to paint this thing. I want to get a 56 Chevy. So I can. My mother's first car was a 56 Chevy. She sold it to have me. And so I want to do a car for her. She's still alive, my mother, 83 years old. And these right here. We need to do a 40 Ford too. We need a 40 Ford. We need a Model A, sedan and coupe. Yeah, then you're gonna see me building like a madman. Quite excited about this, guys. I know a lot of people are. But like I said, they're not. Let's see, the 55 was the easier. Yeah, I can measure. It's about 1.8 millimeters thickness. So 1.8 for that. Here's a resin. I guarantee you this is probably at least this thick. Yeah, same, about a 1.8. Yeah. So, we're right there. I'm very much looking forward to all of this, as I know a lot of you guys are. Poor George, I know he's probably tired, man. I'll have to start dinner here pretty quick. Eric, you knew that was coming, right? So, what's going on? This camera is a piece of junk. Come on. What a dumb camera. Why is it not focusing? It's focusing way up there. Here we do this. Hello. Is it focusing? There we go. That's better. Yeah, look at this stuff. We got drivers, engines. Did you guys see the engine? Yeah. The engine's a tiny bit small, George. Need to scale it up just a bit. But hey, it's all we're all learning. George is learning the most. He is really George is killing this, man. He's knocking it out of the park. Totally. See, look at you now. You're all confident. Sure, easy. A week ago, you were like, how do we do this? Oh, man. So anyways, fellas, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I was excited. I wanted to share my initial thoughts. Right, John, we do need a big block too. Absolutely. So, anyways, I've shared my thoughts. We're working on getting the scaling correct, and we'll reprint, and then we'll have Hudsons and Mercuries and Darts and Demons running around. Yeah, it is, boss. Very fun stuff. Totally. Very, very excited about it. So anyways, fellas, I'm gonna shut her down. I'm gonna have to go start cooking dinner here in a minute. I just wanted to do a quickie and show you guys what's up, and hopefully we'll just keep getting better and better. And now my mouse has died. It looks like it has, anyways. Yep, my mouse died. Ooh, tomato sauce. Are we having some kind of pasta tonight, Joe? Yep, I told you, Pete, it's a rabbit hole. You're going to go right down that rabbit hole. I do the same thing. I'm just sitting there. I want this, I want that, I want. But I don't want to bombard George with a bunch of stuff either. He's got a lot of stuff he's working on there. So we'll get to him one at a time. We can only build one car at a time anyway. So we've got plenty. We've got plenty to do right now. So anyways, guys, we'll see y'all later, and you always have a good weekend, long weekend for a lot of us. So have a good weekend, and we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for coming in.